What is up, everybody? Welcome to Sudden Death Fantasy Sports, where champions cheat death one round at a time. How you guys doing out there today? I'm your main man, Sean, here with my good buddy Scott, aka Trader Clem, and Run the Hurry Up on Sleeper. How you doing today, Scotty?
I'm doing fabulous. Got the Michigan gear on.
Awesome, awesome. We are coming to you guys today with a nice quick little short here. We're gonna go through some power rankings for week 9. All right, let's do this, Scotty. We're gonna go ahead and start with you. So you go ahead and start off with your number 10 power ranking for week 9.
All right, my number 10. This was kind of tough. I was going between three teams. I went with the Rams. They're 5-2. They got Puka back, so they're 0-2 in the conference, so they got to wrap up some wins. This could probably go up a little bit more, so that's my number 10. Once they rack up some conference wins.
All right, all right. I like it. Who's number 9?
All right, my number 9 is the other LA team, the Chargers. Justin Herbert's playing at MVP level. I love Jim Harbaugh. Hopefully, they get Omarion Hampton back sooner than later, and that defense is pretty tough. So that's my number 9.
The Chargers over Rams. Interesting. What do you got at 8?
All right, 8. This could be a little higher if it wasn't wasn't for the Patrick Surtain injury. Bo Nix is playing at a Pro Bowl level. Love Sean Payton. They can run the ball, play good defense. So I got the Broncos at number 8.
Wow, look at that. Two division rivals sitting back to back like that. What do you got at number 7?
You're gonna love this, Sean. The good old Buffalo Bills. They have a big hole now with
Whoa.
Ed Oliver being out probably for the year. I don't trust I'm not going to trust the Bills until they get Josh Allen, an X receiver that can stretch the field. So I got the Buffalo Bills at number 7.
All right, all right. We're gonna talk about that one a little later. What do we got going on at number 6 here?
All right, I have the team that beat the Bills head to head in the first game. I got the New England Patriots. I don't know how they're there. Drake May is playing awesome. Mike Vrabel, he must have somebody up for hostage, holding somebody up for hostage because they're playing outstanding football. They've always had a good defense. And they're scoring points. So I got the Pats at number 6.
Oh man, you are killing me, Smalls. You are killing me. All right, let's move on to your top 5. Who do you got at number 5?
All right, number 5, the Detroit Lions. 2 coordinator changes, doesn't matter. They'll lay 30 on you every week. They did lose to the Packers in game 1, but they're a different team now. And when they get that secondary healthy, that could creep up into the top 3.
Oh, okay, okay. Your Lions down at 5. That surprises me. I'm not gonna lie. All right, what do we got at 4, Scotty?
All right, we got. Look at what a OWR1 does for a team. I mean, Rasheed Rice comes back, and now they're locked and loaded, and they're moving forward. Patrick Mahomes playing awesome. You got their defense always plays good. Andy Reid, great coach. They'll be there in the end. So I got the Chiefs.
All right, you don't need to tell me what it means to have a number 1 wide receiver. I know what it's like to not have one. All right, who do you got at number 3 right now, Scotty?
All right, the Micah Parsons trade, tremendous for the Green Bay Packers. They can run the ball. Jordan Love's playing good football. I don't think he's playing elite, but they're getting it done. And Micah Parsons is huge. He's a man among boys on that defense. So I got the Packers at number 3. Plus, they beat the Lions week 1. So we'll see what happens during Thanksgiving.
All right, yeah, I like that spot right there. Thanksgiving is going to be a very, very fun matchup. All right, my friend, what do you got at number 2, man? Your top 2. Who is
All
it?
right, number 2, the Super Bowl champs, the Eagles. They always seem to make a big deal at the trade deadline. They're gonna ramp up their defense. And Jalen Hurts, I just think he's a super underrated fantasy football and NFL quarterback. Love Jalen Hurts. Love that team. They're going to be the cream of the crop in the NFC along with the Lions in Green Bay.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I like those Eagles. All right, man. Number 1, the top dog. Who is it right now? Week 9, Scott's number 1 NFL ranked team.
Well, I don't think anyone would have said this in week 1, but it's the Indy Colts. I mean, we have Indiana Jones. He's been a revelation, but the real engine in this offense is Jonathan Taylor. He is to me my front runner for MVP. You'll know more about that on Tuesday's show. Shane Steichen's just been awesome. He looks like another quarterback whisperer. So I like the Colts at number 1. They're 6-0 in the conference. They've scored 270 points in 8 games. They're just a tremendous team right now. So I got them at number one right now.
Totally love that lineup right there, Scotty. That is awesome. A little different than mine though. So
Well,
why don't we
let's
go ahead and roll right on into it and see what
yeah,
we
well,
got?
let's
Huh?
hear yours. I want to see where you have those Buffalo Bills.
Oh, I know you do. Oh, I know you do, buddy. And you're gonna find out here real soon. Uh, All right, moving into my top 10. All right out the gate, we're starting out with the Denver Broncos, ladies and gentlemen. I know that Scotty had them ranked a little higher than me. I'm still a little suspect on them. I mean, their defense is amazing. Bo Nix is not looking bad, but not looking like the rookie superstar that we saw yet. Kind of a semi sophomore slump, like a C minus, sophomore season. So I don't hate on it too much. I think they're still a top 10 team. I definitely like to see them in the playoffs as they get moving forward because that defense is unbelievable. Moving up to number 9, my number 9 team is the Seattle Seahawks. So yeah, see, Sky didn't even have these guys. The Seahawks, to me, man, they're killing it. I cannot believe that Sam Darnold is playing the way he is playing right now. I had written that guy off a few years back as just a backup quarterback for the rest of his career. And here he is, like looking like he could be a top 12 quarterback in the league for our fantasy teams. So I'm really excited about what the Seahawks are doing right now. JSN looks like a super stud, and I think they're going to be just continuing to move on up. At number 8, I have a team that probably would have been higher a few weeks back, but has dropped down a little bit. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I still like them a lot. Baker is another guy. Man, how much better is that quarterback class looking nowadays, huh? With those three, including Josh Allen in there. The Bucks have a really solid team. They're coached really well. I just love the way that they're coached. So I do like them a lot as a team that's going to be a player moving forward. Uh, On to my number 7 squad, I got the Rams. I really like Sean McVay. I always root on my fellow EA Sean's, and Sean McVay is one of them that I think is just a super stud in the league. He's top 3 coach in my opinion, and I always think that team is going to compete with him and Stafford at the helm. I just really do. So the Rams, I've got them sitting at number 6. You wanted to know where I put him, Scotty. Only one spot ahead of you, man. I've got my Bills sitting here at number 6. I just,
Wow.
I know it's lower than you thought. I know they're not in the top 5, but honestly, man, I just cannot, in good conscience, put them in the top 5 right now. You need to go out there and earn it next week against the Chiefs for me. All right, you beat the Chiefs next week, Josh, and I will move you back into the top 5 at minimum. Okay, probably into the top 3 because I'm just such a homer like that. So, please go out there and beat those Chiefs and prove me right in that aspect. So we're moving on to my top 5. All right. So this is where a lot of us have the same teams in this top 5 area. It's just a matter of how you put them. So for me, I'm looking at the Green Bay Packers at number 5. I just feel like you said. I mean, I think the trade for Micah really made a huge difference. I still don't have them above the Lions like you did, Scott, but I definitely do like these Packers. I think they're a good team. I think they just need to kind of put a little more consistency together, and they're missing what that wide receiver one, just like we talked about earlier. So that's kind of where I'm sitting with them. Why I got them at the bottom of the top 5 here, but again, I mean, you're talking the bottom of the top 5, right? That's still a winning team. So moving up to number 4, that's where I've got those Kansas City Chiefs that we talked about. So, to say that they might swap places next week, I don't know. We'll see. Depends on how that game turns out. But Kansas City Chiefs are sitting at 4 for me right now because you just cannot turn down a Patrick Mahomes team. That kid is unbelievable. He is the second best. Yes, I said it's second best quarterback in football behind my boy JA17. So moving up to number 3 here, my top 3. This is where I put the defending champions. The Philadelphia Eagles to me belong in the top 3, but that's it right now. And they are hanging on to that spot by a thread. Okay, I mean Barkley getting hurt really scares me if they miss a few games of him and they happen to drop at least one, if not both of those games without Barkley around. That things are going to look a lot different there in Philly moving forward. So I definitely do like them. I'm not going to drop them out of the top 5 anytime soon or anything, but those Chiefs are nipping at their heels. So moving into my top 2, man, this is where you might think I'm gonna have your Colts sitting right here at number 2, but I don't. This is where I have the Lions at. The Lions sitting here at number 2 for me is, I mean, they're such a great team. They really are. If it wasn't for those 2 poo-poo weeks, they would be a number 1 by far. As much as I like what they're doing, I just can't put them at 1 right now. even though I do honestly, in my heart of hearts, believe they are a better team than the team I do have ranked at number one, which is also the same team you had ranked at number one, Scotty, the Indianapolis Colts. And I am not going to sugarcoat this, guys. I had no idea that Daniel Jones was ever going to become a thing. Neither did Scott, if you know from our history, because Scott had a very famous line about Daniel Jones where he basically just said Daniel Jones sucks at football over and over again like a wildebeest. And now he just kind of looks dumb for saying that because Daniel Jones making us all look dumb because we all eventually were saying that. So I'm really excited for what he's doing for them. I'm really happy for the kid. I think that's awesome that he's able to come back and do that. And Shane Steichen, man, you talk about coach of the year. This guy is looking like he has got that in the bag so far, at least throughout the first half of the season. So as far as I'm concerned, man, the way things are looking right now, this is the top 10 in my opinion. Scotty, I know we had a few differences in there. Why don't you go ahead and give me a little bit of insight on yours before we close this out?
Yeah, I mean, I like the it was hard. Really wanted to get Seattle in there. I just couldn't get there. As far as Tampa, I just think they're banged up too much. There's always going to be a team that's has a good record early, like midway through the season, and then they just fall apart second half of the season. And I'm Floridian, so I want to see the Bucks do well, but I just think they're too beat up. I mean, we don't know how Bucky's going to be when he comes back. Mike Evans is done for the year. We haven't even seen Godwin yet, so I just think they're going to drop out. And as far as like, do I want to see the Lions up there at number two? Of course, I want to see the Lions up there at number two. I go back and forth from Florida to Michigan, but you know what? You didn't beat the Chiefs without Rasheed Rice. You didn't beat the Packers. If you played the Eagles today, you'd probably lose. So I need to see them beat some really, really good teams. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, on Thanksgiving, we get to play the Packers again. But I think they're a juggernaut. They're putting 30 up on everybody. So I think they're peaking at the right time. So I could totally see the Lions moving up in my rankings as the weeks go on.
Awesome. I'm with you on that one. I love the Lions. Obviously, I've got them at number two. The one thing about your rankings that really, stuck out to me like a sore thumb was the fact that you stuck the Chargers up there at number nine. I know that you love them. I know that you like the way that they're being coached right now because of that hat that you're wearing. And I get why you got them there. I just would never put them above the Rams personally myself. So that's otherwise I liked our two lists. I hope you guys liked our lists out there too. We had a lot of fun putting these together. Please join us on Tuesday coming up November 4th for our first inaugural episode of the Press Box. Me and Scott will be here to give you guys all the insight that we can and catch you up on everything fantasy football and beyond. Thank you guys so much for listening. We really appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe, and you guys have a great day.